People! Welcome back to the channel, and today I will be reviewing Wonka, which just came out yesterday and which I just saw yesterday. Now, this movie is about the titular character Willy Wonka from Roald Dahl's classic Charlie and the Chocolate Factory book. And basically, like I said, it explains the origin story behind the character. Even though technically in one of the adaptations there was kind of an origin story, but this is new. So my history with the Chocolate Factory series, I remember, like, it was year 2 of school, 10 years ago. Oh my goodness, I'm getting old. And we would, at the beginning of the day or the end of the day, we would read whatever we had time of, a Roald Dahl book. And the one we started with was Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. And we all really liked it. I really liked it. And both the book movie adaptations I actually liked. I liked the Gene Wilder one. I liked the Johnny Depp one. And I'm happy to say I really like this prequel as well. So first, let me address the elephant in the room. Are the musical numbers good? Because I am a big musical fan, and I was excited to find out that this was being a musical. And yeah, I think it works. The musical aspect works, the songs work. Timothy Chalamet's performance as the titular character works. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, but I did hear online that some people felt that Timothy was miscast, but honestly, I think he really looks the part. I get the feeling that this was coming before the Gene Wilder movie, and that certainly shows because Timothy does kind of look like a younger Gene Wilder, and there are several callbacks to the original movie with Pure Imagination and the Oompa Loompa song. And so basically, Wonka finds himself pitted against competition called the Chocolate Cartel, I believe. And they actually, he actually does explain where he got his ingredients from, what they are, how he got them, and I liked the side characters, especially the kid that Wonka teams up with where he lives. And this has a pretty star-studded cast. Alongside Chalamet, there was also I believe Olivia Colman. Hugh Grant was the Oompa Loompa. He's not in it very much, but I think it works well enough. Sally Hawkins is in there briefly, who also worked with director Paul King on the Paddington movies, which are really good. And there was also an actor from a show called Horrible Histories, who also wrote the screenplay alongside Paul King. So it's nice to... And I did actually watch Horrible Histories as a kid, so it's nice to see him in something else. Rowan Atkinson is in this as well, and he's pretty funny. Keegan-Michael Key, I believe. Yep, Keegan-Michael. He plays this police officer with a sweet tooth for chocolate. And, I just thought this was a really fun movie, and it was worth seeing opening day. This was around the time here in Australia that schools were starting to wrap up the school year. So there were actually a handful of people at the session I was at. And I actually got a bit emotional around the end, which I won't spoil, but it actually made me really happy. And any movie that does that to me is clearly a positive response from me. And honestly, my main complaint about this movie was the humor. Not the facts, it's not the quality of the humor. The times it did make me laugh were pretty good. It was more or less the amounts of humor. Honestly, I felt it was a bit lacking. The most laughs I got were from Hugh Grant. I feel weird saying that. He was pretty funny, and but aside from that, there wasn't really that much actual jokes, which is kind of ironic for a movie about Willy Wonka. But aside from that, this was really stellar. It's not a perfect movie, but it was pretty close. And honestly, it's totally fine to enjoy movies that aren't perfect. There are several movies this year that I liked that haven't been perfect. But this was one of the closest attempts to a 10 out of 10. So, yeah, I'll give it a 9 out of 10 for Extraordinary. Despite its lack of humour, everything else slaps. From the performances, the music, the story. And it really does fit in with the world of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. So, yeah, those are my thoughts. What did you guys think of Wonka? Did you love it like I did? Did you hate it? Did you just like it? Did you just not like it? Or are you mixed in between? Let me know down in the comments. And yeah, leave a like if you enjoyed this review, subscribe if you're new, and also ring the notification bell to be notified on more videos. And if you want to support me even further, you can do so by joining my Patreon page. I just lowered my prices severely because I had a feeling they were a bit too high. If you support me on my videos, you'll get a shout out at the end of the video. If you support me on my art, you'll get some sneak peeks. And you can also support me for both if you would like. So, that's about it for today, and until next time, farewell.